Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, a very warm welcome to you. But if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You know what it is. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Today is a Sunday morning. I'm about to go to church, but I girl bossed too hard today and I woke up early, so I have extra time. So I thought I should just like make this video because I really wanted to make this video. But yeah, I hope you guys are good. Something that I forgot to mention in my previous video is that we have now reached 700 subscribers, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you guys so much. Those that are new here, like, oh yeah, like I never introduced myself actually. I am a candidate attorney and I just make law-based content. Still gonna make lifestyle content as time goes, but it's just law content for both law students and the people that are already in the law profession as well. So yeah, that's me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting my content. And yeah, I think right now we're on 715 or something. But yeah, like I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And yeah, let's just get into this video today. I am going to be talking about something that I've been wanting to talk about and something that I'm getting a lot of DMs about, and I think it's understandable. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about if law is really worth it. Today I'm just going to be talking about that, if law is really worth it, if it's really something that you should go into, especially in the economy that we're at right now. So yeah, let's get into this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also share this video. If you're sharing it on other social media platforms, tag me, okay, so we can be friends. So like I said, I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of questions, a lot of DMs, and like I get them all the time, of people asking me with like, you know, I want to do law, but people are just like, you know, I'm just going to regret it. People are saying that I'm going to regret it. I feel like I'm making the biggest mistake of my life because people are saying that law is oversaturated, and just questions like that. People are just like a little bit anxious about getting into the law field. So today I just want to just like be real with you. I want to be real with you guys, and now, like, especially because I'm in the profession right now, I'm not a student anymore, but I'm, you know, I really, honestly, I'm gonna be giving you guys the real thing, and I'm gonna be telling you guys, if you like, I think by the end of this video you'll know if you're making the biggest mistake of your life or not. Because another thing, I'm not the one, guys, to tell you if you're making the biggest mistake of your life or not, because I don't know what your passions are. And one thing about law is very broad, so I can't really tell you. Like when someone sends me a DM, you know, I try to be as general as possible, but you know, honestly, like I mean, I'm not the one to tell you. Only you will know if you'll be okay in this profession or not, based on the information that you're finding, based on the information that I'm also giving you guys, and I'm really gonna try my best. Let's just deal with the oversaturation part. Uguti, law is oversaturated and stuff like that. The part of law that is oversaturated is practice, and I'm gonna tell you why. The people that are in practice right now, most it's candidate attorneys, and the reason for that is the only way you can get admitted as an attorney is if you do your articles. So everyone is gunning for the articles so that they can be admitted, but not everyone stays in practice. The law profession loses so many people in practice after they have done their articles because of the oversaturation in practice. Okay, so when they say law is oversaturated, it's the practice part. So like the law firms, and just like litigation, you know, as a whole, that's the part that is oversaturated. But compliance is not really oversaturated. Law is not like other professions, For example, like teaching, and with the teaching, I stand to be corrected, but teaching, like you're gonna be a teacher, obviously, like for a couple of years, and if you do study further, you're going to qualify to be an HOD, then Mhlambe, deputy principal. I don't really know the hierarchy, but like it's basically just school based. If all probably goes well, you might land yourself a job in the Department of Education or something like that. But with teaching, you can only do it in that environment. You can be a lecturer one day at a university, like I said, I don't really know the levels, but I do know that like teaching in that sense, but with the law profession, you find attorneys in a law firm, you find attorneys in court, prosecutors, whatever, you know the judges and all that. That's all part of practice. You find attorneys in aviation. You find attorneys in hospitals. You find attorneys in the military. You find attorneys, where else? In technology, cybersecurity. You find attorneys in insurance companies. You find attorneys in like other companies, right? Companies that have nothing to do with law, but the attorneys are there to ensure that everything goes well. So you find attorneys everywhere. Like you could literally go anywhere you like. But the trick is that to get into those, most of them, I've seen the requirements, most of them require you to be an admitted attorney. So that's why the article parts, like that's why the practice part, that's why they're saying that the law is oversaturated. I hope I'm making sense. It's only oversaturated because everyone wants to do their articles so that they can move out and do, like, let's say I want to do aviation. Obviously, I'm going to be gunning for my articles, gain a little bit of an experience, get admitted as an attorney. Then after I'm admitted as an attorney, I move out and I apply in aircraft. In any legal positions in aircraft. So is the statement of law being oversaturated true? Not really. Okay, because there's a high demand right now for cybersecurity. There's a high demand for medical law. There's a high demand for aviation. There's a high demand for military. But now it takes so long for people to get there because they first have to secure articles before they get there. And this is the part that's oversaturated. So this is where people are stuck at. So I wouldn't say that law is oversaturated. So with law is very broad. I don't think that you would literally regret it. There's also education law. There's also sports law. The rugby match that was yesterday. There are attorneys that are dealing with all of that. So I don't think, in a sense, like I said, it depends on what your passions are, But I think you will literally find it hard when it's time to find articles, because that's the hard part. Especially with all of the requirements that the LPC is putting now, especially with the minimum wage, some of the firms cannot afford that. There are people that are doing their articles for free because they just want to get their articles done and move out. So getting your articles and securing your articles is going to be the hardest part. But once you're done with your articles, once you're admitted as an attorney, I'm telling you, after that, sky's the limit. Literally, the sky is the limit. You can literally do whatever that you want to do. If you don't want to be in practice, you don't have to be in practice. If you want to go into compliance, you can go into compliance. Literally you can literally go anywhere. So I hope that makes sense. In law, you can work at any other company because it's very broad. The other professions are not like that. Especially with law, guys, you can also start your own firm if you want to. You can start your own firm. So there's a lot to do with law. Law is very broad, unlike any other profession. But Mina, personally, law is very broad. I'm telling you guys right now. The other thing that I just want to put out there, Gabo, is that law is not for, like, if you want to get rich quick, law is not like that. Like, law is not for that. Like, you're definitely not going to get rich quick, especially if you're going the article route. If you're going the prosecutor route, if you going, yeah, I think the prosecutor route is much better because you are under the government. Advocacy route, I'm not really sure, but I've heard people are seeing flames there by the advocacy route. Like, it's either you make it or you don't, literally. But if you're going to go through articles, then obviously, like, you're going to be, according to the LPC, you're supposed to be earning from 8,000 rand. So 8,000 rand, Vanna, you're not going to be rich. I'm telling you guys right now, like, every month get 8,000 rand, you're not going to be rich in that 2 years. So if you are maybe, I'm not like necessarily saying that we all want to be rich within the first 2 years. Obviously, with the internship, you can't be rich. But all I'm saying is that if you know that you have huge responsibilities back at home, you would rather just like stay in the job that you have. Because I've seen people leaving a job that's paying them 20k to do their articles, and articles are 8k. So what I would suggest is that if you're currently working a job that is earning you 20k, save money. Okay, save money because you really need articles and there's no other way. Save the money, then go do your articles. By the time you do your articles, you still there's not really much of a difference because there's money that you're saving, that you saved. So sorry, my brain is just but yeah, so yeah, like, I wouldn't advise a person to just leave their job without saving anything. Just save some money and make sure that you have enough money, because 2 years is a long time and a lot can happen in 2 years. So yeah, like, do that. But if you, it's really not, if you want to get rich fast, no, after articles, then the money starts, like, you start seeing the money, yeah, after articles. But if you leaving a job that's currently paying you literally 20, 25, even 15, and then you're going to be settling for probably the 8,000 rand that they're going to give you, I think it's best that you start saving and just like plan accordingly before you leave that job because we don't want you to be regretting everything. So I think that's just another thing that I wanted to just put out there, that if you want to be an attorney, it's and you like have got huge responsibilities, before you get into it, just make sure that you have saved enough money, because there's also law school as well, and law school is like 20k. So yeah. And also another thing that I wanted to mention, because a lot of people don't really mention, I haven't seen a lot of people mention it, but I found it on Google, that if your firm, let's say, because I mentioned that there are a lot of people that are doing their articles for free, if there's a firm, if the firm that you secured articles in cannot afford to pay you, you can apply for a fund, a SASETA fund for candidate attorneys. The SASETA fund pays you 7,000 rand every month, but as long as you're doing your articles at a firm. So your job is to find articles at a firm. There's paperwork that you need to fill in, an affidavit and whatever, but your job is to just find a firm. If they can't afford you, then it's fine. Tell the firm that, okay, can I apply for SASETA, because there's something that the firm has to sign as well. So apply for a SASETA, that's a fund, and they will pay you 7,000 rand every single month until you finish your articles. So it's not really as bad. Okay, it's not really as bad. There is lights at the end of the tunnel, and I think it's something people don't really talk about it. It's something that's known, but like people don't really talk about it. So I thought I should just like put it out there that please don't stress if you get at a firm and they say they can't afford you. If they can't afford you, there is a fund that can pay you, as long as you sign the paperwork, give that motivation, whatever, and they'll make that happen for you. So yeah, guys, like, all in all, like, I wouldn't say that the law profession is oversaturated, and I say this all the time, and I don't think that you'd be making a mistake for going into law. The only challenge that you will get is when finding articles. And that's why I always tell people, while you're in varsity, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with useless stuff like YOLO and stuff like that. I understand that you only live once, but your future is literally the rest of your life than you being a student. You being a student, you will only be a student for that 4 years. You only be a full-time student for that 4 years. After that, Mvana, you'll be working. You have to be working. You'll never be a full-time student again. And I know that you only want to live once. You want to do this, yes, but plan accordingly. Start talking to people, join associations, start shadowing, get to know people that are in the profession, so that when it's time to apply, they can tell you where to apply and how to apply, because they're in the profession and they know how to do it. Okay, so that's all, guys, that I wanted to mention. But I don't think that you'd be making a huge mistake by going into law, because there's so many areas that you can go to. Once you're done with your LLB degree, you can go for the prosecutor program. They're currently open at the moment. You can go for advocacy. You can go to an internship at any other, maybe at a bank or stuff like that. There are other companies that take internships, that take law students, law graduates in internships. But another thing about internships, guys, that you have to be very, very careful of is that internships, if maybe the internship is just for 1 year or it's just for 2 years now, most of them are taking you, but they will not be able to retain you. So they can't keep you there. Like Google 2 years internship, and then afterwards, they're going to retain you. Sorry, guys. Okay, so like I was saying, that if a company or a bank is going to take you for the internship, you're a law graduate and they're taking you for the internship, and then they can't really retain you, you need to have a plan. I'm telling you now, you need to have a plan. Don't think that because for example, FNB is going to take you for the internship, they're going to keep you there. Bro, no. Because let me tell you something that these companies won't tell you. Most of the time, these internships are funded by the government. So they're not really paying the salaries that they're paying you. Some of the companies, they're not really paying. It's not really them paying the salaries. It's the companies that are paying you salaries. So at the end of the day, them not retaining you, they really do not have space to retain you, and they didn't really lose anything, but it's almost like a community service type of a thing. So that's what some companies do. They take interns, teach them, as form of a community service. They know that they are not the ones, your salaries are not coming out of their pockets. The government is paying for your salaries. So don't sit there in your internship, maybe at a bank or at a huge company, thinking that they have to have positions. No, they don't. Next year they're taking other people. So please plan accordingly. Look at your current situation. If you're still in varsity, make connections, be part of associations, be proactive, and just start speaking to people. Go for shadowing, stuff like that. Do things. If you can't really secure shadowing, try internationally as well. Try internationally. There are those free online courses, from Harvard as well. There are the free online courses in Harvard, Coursera. Please go onto my TikTok and click the link that is on my TikTok, and then you'll see all of the free online courses that you can do. And there are plenty of those in plenty different areas that I think that you guys can just explore and see what it's about, and see if it's something that you would be doing maybe in the future. You never know. So yeah, guys, that's all that I wanted to say, and that's all that I just wanted to address, because I've been getting a lot of DMs, and I just wanted to just put it out there that guys, I'm not the one to tell you guys if you're making the biggest mistake of your life or not. Seriously, I'm not shame. I'm not. Only you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and you know the type of environment that you would survive in and the type of environment that you wouldn't survive in. So yeah, guys, that was it basically from me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took something from this video. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer all of those. Other than that, please don't forget to like, comment, of course, and subscribe, and don't forget to share as well. If you are sharing on another social media platform, please tag me so that I can also interact. But other than that, I love you guys. Have to get to church. I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, okay? I love you guys.